Happening now, the search is on for two suspects in a Jamestown shooting incident. New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli will visit downtown Jamestown later today. And a Rochester man pleads guilty to possession of child pornography. Those stories and more coming up on this Friday, October 13th, 2017.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us. I'm James Reed. Our top story today, Jamestown police are searching for two men that they believe were involved in a shooting that took place inside an apartment at 95 Liberty Street on Thursday. As neighbors watched police canvass the area, many of them told us that they're fed up with the violence and drug dealing going on around the city. The building's landlord, Al Nalbone, spoke out as well.
I just came down because I'm concerned about my tenants. Right. I mean, I take my job seriously, and it's not good. Yeah. It's not good. There's nothing good about any of this.
Now, on a daily basis, I mean, you manage this.
There's a lot of trouble, and I think it's all drug related.
And some of us worked for 50 years, and now we'd like to have a peaceful retirement, and we can't. But, you know, we've had them down on Prendergast, but not up here. Right. This is crazy.
All right, well, we're sorry about these circumstances. Be careful.
Yeah. I can't wait for my kids to come home because they're going straight in the house.
The thing that bothers me and that bothers her is they did it right as kids are getting out of school. And that's our concern. Otherwise, we wouldn't even been talking to the police. But when you've got kids getting out of school, that's not cool.
Police have obtained still photos of the two men believed to be involved. Head to WNYNewsNow.com for more on this story. New York State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli is scheduled to visit the city of Jamestown this afternoon. According to the mayor's office, DiNapoli will join Mayor Sam Teresi to tour the downtown area and receive an update on the revitalization projects. Earlier this year, 10 separate projects received a total of $10 million from the governor's revitalization initiative. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo will reportedly give all of the campaign contribution funds donated by troubled movie executive Harvey Weinstein. For several days now, the New York Republican Party has pressed Cuomo about giving the funds back, saying that he was the only New York Democrat who had not done so. Other New York politicians receiving funds from Weinstein included Senators Kirsten Gillibrand and Chuck Schumer. Earlier this week, it was revealed that Weinstein was fired from his own company after several allegations of sexual harassment against employees surfaced. Well, time now for a first look at your weather forecast. For that, we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, good Friday, James, and happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Don't want to jinx anybody. But let's start a look at the current temperatures across the region. Not much fluctuation in the temperatures. We're pretty much ranging between the upper 50s to the lower 60s across parts of the area, and the dew points actually aren't that bad either. And of course, when you have temperatures this cold, the dew point really doesn't matter all that much. But again, we're going to talk about rain chances coming up for the weekend and a warm-up coming for the weekend as well. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. Back to you, James.
All right, Dakota, thank you. A Rochester man pled guilty yesterday to federal charges of receiving child pornography. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Buffalo says 41-year-old Amit Pandey was caught having sex with a 16-year-old girl in a car back in February. During that arrest, Pandey's phone was taken by police, who discovered that Pandey was using the Kik app to correspond with the girl. Police also discovered nude pictures of a minor girl on his phone. Now, Pandey's sentencing is set for January. And we'll be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Two men are facing several felony charges related to the theft of checks and credit cards. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says Philip Tyrone and Robert Stepowski attempted to cash stolen and forged checks that Tyrone stole from a vehicle he broke into. Both men were arraigned and remanded to jail. Well, a different kind of horror movie hits theaters this weekend. Imagine, if you will, a mashup of Groundhog Day and Scream, and you'll have a pretty good picture of the scary good time of Happy Death Day. Rick Damagella has a preview.
Tree, happy birthday.
Happy Death Day, sort of a mashup of Groundhog Day, Scream, and a John Hughes movie, has a shot at topping the box office this weekend. If you're on the fence about seeing it, the stars would like a word with you.
Why are you on the fence? Is it because it's a horror? Because if it's a horror, that's no excuse. You got to kind of go check it out either way, because it really is a movie of all movies. So you just got to get out and see it, check it out. You know?
I think it's just really fun. It's a roller coaster of emotions. You're going to feel everything. And you're going to feel things you never thought you would feel. So it's an unexpected surprise.
Bruno Mars is taking his 24-karat magic to the American Music Awards. The singer-songwriter leads this year's AMA nominations with 8, including Artist and Video of the Year. The 2017 American Music Awards take place November 19th in Los Angeles.
Something inside me has always been there.
Anticipation is growing for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Online views of the latest trailer are outpacing those of the first teaser released in April. Advanced ticket sales have begun, and Disney says many early U.S. shows have already sold out 9 weeks before the movie opens. Feeling the Force in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Now, your first defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
TGIF, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's start off the weather segment with the Chautauqua Lake First Defense Sky Vision camera. You can see some of the cloudiness, but there's some breaks in the clouds as well. Temperature 61 with a dew point of 55, although not too bad out there for a Friday out there. First Defense Doppler, nice and quiet, no rain, and that should remain the story through today and tomorrow. But you know what? Today's Friday, which means we got High School Friday. Let's go ahead and serve her up. And again, the only game at home today is Southwestern versus Falconer at Southwestern High School. Kickoff time is at 7 o'clock tonight. And again, you can see pretty much temperatures will be right around 63 degrees at 6, and then we'll drop down to about 54 by about midnight. And again, you can watch that game right here on WNY News Now at End Zone Live tonight. And again, not a bad night for football, I don't think so. Kind of a cool night. Maybe just bring a sweater. You should be fine out there. It's 57 out at the airport right now. Feels like 54. Combine it with the 52 dew point and that south wind at 9. Not bad color showing up at the JCC Skycam either tonight. Or today, I should say, not tonight. Your First Defense forecast for this Friday. Partly cloudy skies on average. Still a bit breezy. The wind does stay up a little bit. We'll shoot for a high of around 66 with that south breeze of 13 to 19. And then for tonight, mostly cloudy skies. The wind settles down a little bit, so it won't be as windy. We'll shoot for that low of around 54 degrees. And here's the weekend planning forecast. Again, Saturday, we're going to be very nice and warm, up to 75 degrees. But Sunday, we bring in the rain again with that high of 78. That's way above average. And take a look at the wind as well. I think we might see a wind advisory or a high wind warning for Sunday, so hang on to your hats, everybody. And then on the 7-day forecast, you can see the temperatures drop from 78 on Sunday down to 52 on Monday, and we get back to a full-time pattern to start early next week. Ryan will have sports on the sports desk right after the break, so please stay with us.
Chautauqua Audio Works now offers instrument rentals starting at just $17 per month. We're your school's band and orchestra headquarters, the only place with loaners on site. So pick up an instrument today. Order online with the keyword Chautauqua, shipping straight to your door. With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Located in the St. Elmo building in Chautauqua Institution, La Familia Restaurant is more than a restaurant.
So people love the fact that we are committed to the farm-to-table aspect in our produce and focus on sustainability with our seafood too.
La Familia has signature dishes.
Sirloin filet over on the table. Next is our Aegean chicken and cider brine pork chop.
La Familia even has a singing chef. La Familia, fine dining with a family atmosphere. Let them host your special event today. LaFamiliaCHQ.com.
Buffalo Sabres still looking for their first victory of the season. Jason Palmaville playing good hockey this season, at least early on. Scores his second goal of the game to tie the game up at 2 later on in the second period. Timo Meier finds the loose puck in the crease and knocks it in. The Sharks hang on for a 3-2 victory. Playoff baseball Thursday night, the NLDS, and guess what? The Cubbies are headed back to the NLCS to play the Dodgers again. Remember that, Cubs fans? We go to the 9th inning. Wade Davis strikes out Bryce Harper swinging, and the Cubs are celebrating. After the game, their manager, Joe Madden, reacted.
There's a total buy-in among the group. Nobody cries or complains about playing or not playing.
And just a reminder, the only game in town, Faulkner and Southwestern on High School End Zone Live tonight, powered by the Phone Zone. Check it out. We're on the air at 7 on WNY News Now's Facebook page. Reporting from the WNY Sports Now desk, I'm Ryan Hedrick, where it all unfolds here.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had. The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Just tell me what you want. That could be the new slogan for Target, but it's not. Target is teaming up, though, with Google to provide voice-activated shopping through Google Assistant. That'll be available on both iPhone and Android phones. So now shoppers will be able to just shout out orders to their phone while running around the house doing errands, or even while they're just out walking the dog. Google's other partners in offering voice shopping services include Walmart and Home Depot. Pretty wild stuff. I know I'm a little bit older than you, a few years.
Yeah.
But, I never would have dreamed you'd have such a thing where you just get your phone out and say, hey, I want to order XYZ. And
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Well, honestly, I'm a tech nerd, but that's just a little weird talking to your... I mean, could you imagine that? Yeah, I want a couple pizzas to go.
Right. Yeah. It'd be handy if it
Deliver
works.
them to the house, please.
My luck, though, I'd order a couple pizzas and I'd get like 17. But,
Exactly.
In any case, hey, let's talk weather. How's it looking for the weekend?
Well, the weekend's going to be great if you like the warmer weather. Let's take a look at the extended forecast one more time. Again, Saturday we're going to be fairly mild. I've got my high at 75 degrees. And then Sunday it's going to be even warmer. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see a few areas hitting 80, but we bring in the rain chance with showers and thunder showers, and it will be windy as well. The winds will possibly be gusting up to 35, 40 miles an hour at times. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the Weather Service issue a wind advisory or a high wind warning for Sunday. And then after Monday, and then after Sunday, take a look at the temperature drop-off. From 52, now Tuesday morning, possible frost with that low at 37. So it's going to feel much like the late part of fall. And then we get into a fall time pattern for next week. But as you all know, I'm not a big fan of long-range computer model guidance. Model guidance does suggest we warm up to an above-average temperature pattern to end next week. That's an if at this point, guys. Remember that. That's an if.
That is a dramatic drop-off. 78 degrees to like 52.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Brace yourselves, folks. It is fall. Hey, that is News Now for today. We are, of course, back on Monday. For News 24/7, visit WNYNewsNow.com, where coverage comes first. Have yourselves a great weekend.